This is CatPact. If you're not familiar, you play Demonic Pact and extract value from it, and then before you lose the game, you harmlessly offer it to the opponent. It's mostly just a Grixis control deck with lots of removal and counters and card draw. You use Oath of Chandra as one of your removal spells and Oath of Jace as your card drawing spell to facilitate shielding your Demonic Pact from Dromoka's commands, as well as the Dark Petitions to help assemble the combo or just find the bullets you need. Not a huge fan of the mana base, but not quite sure how to fix it. Couple of changes from the list that top aided the GP. I cut the 4th Oath of Chandra for the 2nd Fiery Impulse, and the 2 Radiant Flames for the 2nd Clash of Wills and a Duress. Having the 1 Duress is something that I think will help a lot with the Dark Petitions. I also added the 4th Dark Petition and cut the 2nd Disperse for that. So those are the changes to the main sideboard. The Clash and Dark Petition are main now. I moved the Radiant Flames to the board, and the rest of the sideboard is the same except this ultimate price, which I'm not really 100% sold on, but I kind of want to try it. The other day we lost a bunch to giant monocolored creatures, so having a spell like this seems good, but I'm not sure how to play out in practice. We'll have to see. May seem weird to have Lilianas in a creatureless deck and Oaths in a deck with only these 2 planeswalkers, but the Liliana is just another control element that also is an alternate win condition. Pretty simple. And then the Oaths, again, they're for Dromoka's command, not to trigger their second abilities very often. So that's that. Let's get to it. Should we go competitive or friendly? What do you guys think? I think I'm gonna go friendly. Last night we went 4-1. See if we can improve on that. Why do I have to click like 8 times to join the league? Competitive need to test more against mono red aggro. Yeah, we joined a competitive queue last night and lost round 1 to, I think, Bant Company in a pretty close match. Then the next 2 rounds were just mono red aggro decks that just lit us on fire. This deck is not designed to beat Burn. So that was not very good practice. But then we joined the friendly league and got paired, excuse me, against the fairly casual Black-Red Madness Vampires deck. But after that we played against like Bant Company, Black-White, Bant Company again? Something like that? Could Lilanabi flip Jace? Can Liliana be flip Jace? I mean, theoretically, yes. I think you would want both, right? Because the point of playing the Jace is that your Lilianas get better because you can actually use the -2. The problem with Jace is that you just turn on your opponent's creature removal. The whole point of playing the creatureless deck is that your opponent gets stuck with all these languishes and grasps and the like, and can't do anything with them. Sup, the curls. Playing against Carly. Decent hand. Gonna play this tapped first. Little flooded, but that's okay with the Oath of Jace coming on 3. I think we're generally good against basic island. Basic island, basic plains. We may be playing against the more casual deck. Well, even though I don't necessarily think it's going to be good, I'll take this spell over even more lands. More demonic packs, not too shabby. You can pretty much jam all of your pacts because you kill them with the first one. Or if you don't, then you lose anyway. So it doesn't matter that your second one is ticking. It's kind of a free roll in that regard. And I am going to discard Grasp. I think if Grasp is going to be good, Languish is going to be good enough, if not better. And putting the second creature, or the second instant or sorcery in the yard now gives me Spell Mastery for the Dark Petition on 5. Okay, so it is the Spirits deck. So the Languish could theoretically be good. I have to assume our Demonic Pact is getting Spell Quellered here. To the Slaughter? Not that interested in To the Slaughter. It's probably a fine bullet, but I think ultimate price is more important. Alright, Gideon will let us resolve our Languish, which is nice. Ooh, we even get to keep up an Impulse. Get the Pact back. I will cast it, thank you. And I don't think blue-white has many answers to the Pact once it's already in play. They kind of need to fight it with counter magic. Hey Maru, I'm doing alright, how are you? Have to plus Gideon, otherwise the Pact can just take it down. It is also the most aggressive clock, so that makes sense. Naked Reflector Mage. I feel like the Fiery Impulse is more important to save for instant speed threats, so I'm actually going to do this. A little bad against Essence Flux, but alright, we didn't get Fluxed, so that's good. And now we can Dark Petition for our cat and play a Pact. Cat. Pact. Yeah, sometimes they play Wanderer, and like, I don't think Gideon is very good against me. I don't think Reflector Mage is very good against me, you know. Dahlia, that's interesting. Alright, so we will draw 2 and kill that. Anticipate finds. Nothing of use. Fairly inclined to donate now. It's pretty hard for them to have 2 counters later. Especially after we Mind Twist them with our pacts. Yeah, there's no way they can get up to 6 cards reasonably. So we can just wait. Not behind that Thalia play. As in our opponent casting it, or as in me killing it? I think killing it there and gaining the 4 life is pretty important. Alright. Let's twist again like we did last summer. Let's twist again like we did last year. Oh, wow. Planar Outburst main. Here, I offer you this kitten. Don't mind the markings, the suspicious purple tattoos all over it. No, you have to say Chubby Checker in a mirror 3 times. And then Greg Hatch appears for some reason. Winner! Alright, well. I have not sideboarded against this deck before. I assume Radiant Flames is not good, even though it's theoretically like, oh yeah, you kill stuff, but they have Selfless Spirit and its Spell Queller is particularly good against converged spells. I'll play 1 because I can tutor for it if I need it. Liliana is good. Might just not sideboard. Like maybe Transgress is good. I never know what to cut though. All my cards are good. I guess Command is pretty bad actually. No, it's fine. It's pretty bad. It's pretty weak to like Dispel, but it's a lot of axes to be fighting on. Rank 1 to 10, 1 being poop soup, 10 being straight gas. Where do you rank IHOP in terms of diners? Probably just a solid 5. Just super medium. Like, it's not good, but it's fine. Think your board's in counter magic? Yeah, almost certainly. I don't know if it's like negates or dispels or what combination of those two, but you have to assume those are coming in some numbers. I'm sorry my opinion disappoints you. Oh, they are playing the Wanderer. Alright. Well, Liliana's pretty good against that. Gonna have to draw a land if I want to curve out perfectly. Hey! Okay. Guess I just hold anticipate. Bam. You're dead! And this is why I would not recommend blue-white spirits in this metagame. Too many lilies. Probably should have killed the Wanderer first, actually. That was sloppy. I guess now if I do it and they play a flash thing in response, then I can just languish. Ooh. The languish is real. That actually wouldn't work. If they played like a spell queller to save this from the plus, then they could sacrifice this to counter the languish. Realize that after the fact. Also, I'm willing to let them get a clue if they want to land my pact before counter magic is up. I've never seen somebody so passionate about IHOP. Hey, Rudy. Why are your Reflector Mages still in your deck? I'm not even sure I would play Reflector Mage main in my Spirits deck, let alone leave it in against CatPact. CatPact, CatPact. What are the ways we lose? Don't find a offering and get our commands countered? Cracking a clue to make a land drop, maybe. Have you ever misclicked the lose the game mode? I have not. I'm not very careful about it because I know, especially when I'm streaming, it's like all eyes are on me. Go ahead and discard 2. Get another one in there. Oh, I tapped like a giant idiot. That's embarrassing. Speaking of embarrassing myself on stream. Bang. Uh-oh. A little bit of trouble. Question becomes, do we just command or do we anticipate? I think we have to anticipate. Because if they just pass back holding counter magic up, we literally can't cast our command. Then we have to anticipate for disperse anyway. So, spin the wheel. Petition a little late. So now it has to be dispersed anyway? Yeah, brother. Three looks at one out. This is the first time I've killed myself with the pact. Bear Squared seems to be under the impression that Solemgar's command cost 3 and not 5. Yeah, I mean, I guess I just played it too aggressively. I really wanted to land the pact before they had counter magic up, but I didn't think forward enough that that counter magic that I'm avoiding, I'll then have to play through with the harmless anyway. And dead. Interesting. Could have made them discard 2 cards and seen 2 more, but... Yeah, Welsman, I thought about that. The problem is, like, if they just pass with Queller up, I lose. Because you need 2 targets to cast your spell. And if there's nothing on the stack, no Planeswalker to destroy, and no creature to give -3/-3 to, then I can only use the bounce thing, and I can't cast it. Can you bounce the pact with the trigger on the stack? You can, but you still lose. The trigger still resolves after. Oh, kill my own Liliana? That's a good point. It might have been worth it. Thought about that new counterspell that RFGs and stifles. You mean the one that's literally right here? Step ahead of you. Really wish I knew the like configuration of the counter magic. So I know if like Dispel is any good. But I think that game was fine. I just like shouldn't have jammed Pact there. Meh. At least Negate can hit Gideon if it has to. Being on the play is probably huge. This hand, though. Yeah, lots of problems. Lots of reasons I couldn't tutor for Cat. I think this is a mulligan. It's so close, though. I think the fact that Liliana is so good that a mulligan is almost a free roll. Or it's not a free roll, but it's you get it in addition to looking for a better 6, you also get to reroll to getting exactly Liliana. I'd have to keep this. Bottom and don't think I duress on one. Kind of doing it. Selfless Spirit, draw Liliana. Hmm. Not ideal. Yeah, that'd be way too good, I think. Alright. The time has come. To be gone. Sure. That's what I was taking anyway. I was hoping to bait him into quelling it. Or just getting to see more cards before casting it. Plains, Plains, Plains is good for us. It makes it hard for them to have multiple pieces of counter magic in the same turn, which could prove useful. I don't think I need land 6, and I don't think I need... Cat? What's worse, Cat or Oath? Hey, Corey. Maru, it's because, if you play a discard spell on one, then like do the important thing that happens on the where the game actually starts and you start exchanging on like turn 3 or 4. Um, they've drawn multiple cards since then that you A can't hit with your duress because they weren't in the hand at the time, and B you don't know about, so you have less information also. Like if the mana is going to be really really clutch, or if you need to take something like on turn 1 against like a turn 2 combo deck, then of course play it. But in like mid-rangey like control mirrors and stuff, there's no real need. You also like there's so many ways in which you're robbing yourself of information. You also like don't know what your game plan is yet necessarily, right? You draw 3 more cards. Now you realize, oh, I have the late game locked up, so my duress should take that 6 mana planeswalker, not the 3 mana draw spell or whatever. Yeah, it used to be you had to cast your Thoughtseize on one because your opponent had Thoughtseize, and if they Thoughtseized your Thoughtseize, then you couldn't get their Pack Rat, right? Like even those decks, like it was a turn 2 combo deck in that you just resolve Pack Rat. So you have to contextualize it, right? Like it's never always right. It's not always right to cast it on one, and it's not always right to not. It's just you have to think about what matters, right? Like there's no hard and fast rules. Magic is a difficult strategy game. But in this context, those are the reasons why. Now I was thinking about that so long I forgot my train of thought for what I was discarding. I kind of want to just get rid of Cat. Gives me spell mastery, and I don't think I'm going to use it nearly soon enough for it to matter. No, I think language is good. Missed land drop is good for us. Ooh. I'm a little tempted to just pass and let my opponent discard if they miss a land. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Stop over-rethinking. Now, ovary is a female reproductive organ. It doesn't think. That's the brain you're trying to think of. The brain. You're taking turns off for no reason. That's not really true at all. And you would know that if you were paying attention. Here, let me talk to DJ Fawn for a second. So the point of this stream is not for me to improve, right? It's not for the chat to tell me things. It's for me to play the game and then talk about it, and people can agree or disagree or talk about it, right? Like, but this isn't a coaching lesson from you to me. No, can't get to rest. We cast that already. It's all good. I'm not trying to like be, antagonistic. I just wanted that point to be made. We're all good. They let that resolve way too fast. They just played 2 rattle chains here. They drew that 6th land. Imprisoned in the Moon. I told you they let it resolve too fast. I told you. That's funny. So now I can do... I'm still a mana short from holding up Negate. Wish I boarded in at Dispel also. Let's just lead here. See what happens. Okay. Is that going to get Imprisoned in the Moon too? Imprisoned in the Moon 2, Electric Boogaloo? No. Maybe that's just their win con. Ooh la la. Oh, Moon hits non-enchantments. Creature, land, planeswalker. Good call. resolved really fast too. What is going on in this game? Yeah, my opponent read their own card. I kind of like this tech, but I'm definitely not like upset about my opponent playing it. This is why we didn't play our land first, so that I still had this option available to me. Also spent so much time talking that I'm sub 5 minutes, but that should be plenty of time. You got it, boss. Ooh, imprison our own pacts. That's cool. I take. I think... we aim here. You got it? What next? Resolves. Keep it tight. Keep it sharp. Pact come back down, get quelled again? No. Resolves. Interessante. So I have discard on this, and I think this is just going to have to be draw, unless my opponent plays 2 spells, obviously. For some reason, I don't think that's going to happen. Alright, lots of outs to stuff. I think I do have to draw 2, though. Ooh, that's no good. Well, I can cast that in response. I don't have any sorcery speed things because the duress is already gone. So I can offering. Then if it's a hard counter, I have to anticipate. If it's queller, I can languish. Did we do it? Put it back on the stack. Okay. Mausoleum Wanderer for 1. Yeah, I will choose to pay. I will, thank you. Trigger. Yeah, I think we played that one pretty tight. Despite me getting distracted at the end of that 3rd game. Remix. Yeah, tapping Lily for mana is something I can add to the list of shit I didn't think I would get to do. That's what I call the list. It's on the wall behind. There's a big banner. I definitely should have boarded in a Dispel instead of the Negate, or in addition to the Negate. And I guess that's it. It's all good, Maru. Like, asking legit questions like that is good, you know? I got to teach you and maybe somebody else out there something about magic and sequencing and the like. My absolute least favorite, DJ Fawn totally didn't do this, and I'm not trying to call them out for this. This is just something that other people do, or something that happens, I should say, which is when people say that that the streamer should play faster, or like, why are they thinking, or like stuff like that, to that effect. Because it's like, are you really trying to shame them for considering their plays in this? Ooh, almost passed through my turn. In this ostensibly like deep strategy game, you're gonna try and shame them for stopping and considering. Also, that, Scooter, streaming and playing at the same time is way harder than people realize. Literally everybody who has ever like come to me for advice on starting streaming or whatever, and then ooh, red please. And then, you know, yay, started streaming, has commented on it being way harder than they thought. Like, people that regularly watch streams and then will start streaming are like, wow, I didn't realize how difficult that is. Well, Bear Squared, it wasn't only that, it was like I couldn't cast this spell. That's really what I was trying to point out. We have to YOLO strat it. Since we mulligan on the play, we're down cards. We just have to hope they don't have it. It being Dramoka's command. Hopefully they're playing Ritzel's list, which doesn't have any command. And it's the Cat of Spades on the river! Doesn't look like we're getting commanded. King! Guess I'd pop that sucker. Actually, no, I can just spot removal it. Bang. No, Bear Squared. 100% I couldn't cast it and the other thing that I wanted to cast. Dios mío. Es cocodrilo. Alright. I accept. Have to say, this game's going swimmingly. Classic app naps. He treks tirelessly. The fact that we get the Oath of Chandra out before that clue card comes into play is nice. Demonic Pact is busted. Straight busted. Bang. And Lily for good measure. Hopefully those two cards drawn aren't Dromoka's commands. A lot of reflector mages. Sure hope this works. Game! Well, it makes it so that they just have to wait until we give it away and then kill it when they own it. I think I like Duress. Languish, Obnix. I think the command was supposed to come out. Petition. Silumgar. There's definitely dispels, but not necessarily negates. And I don't think I want negates blind, especially when I have the extra duress. And lilies go out because they're supposed to cut their stupid thing. Selfless spirit. This looks good. Am I supposed to ultimate price? Yeah, this is pretty sweet. Ultimate price kills the stupid advocate that we have problems with sometimes. Nah. Maybe I'm supposed to board in on the draw, but not on the play. Something like that. Oof. Please, sir, may I have some lands? Nice. No thanks. Side note, had this come up today after we named a deck Mighty Mouse. Does no one else remember Mighty Mouse? I know what a Mighty Mouse is. It was not a part of my childhood. Jace is pretty good against me. Yeah, Sim is Maru. I'm familiar, but it is not a part of me. Bounding Crisis, a little retro action. Kind of need this languish. And land. That's pretty good too, actually. Presumably take out the recruiter. Speaking of Ren and Stimpy, Billy West is gas. His Zach Brannigan Trump quotes are absolutely delightful. Gonna be at the Indy this weekend. No. Absolutely not. I'll be sitting in the comfort of my home, slaving away. And then the weekend after, I will actually be out of town for a work thing. Right now, it looks like the next tournament I'll be attending is Louisville, which I'm like 90% to go to. That's a good draw. Yeah, man, I do nothing but work. But now actually I'm doing a work thing instead of just working. What other cards look like cube cards? In what way? I'm not sure I know what you mean. Louisville is team limited. Team sealed. Resolution? Didn't expect that, but I'll take it happily. Considering recruiting or cluing. Pretty sure you just clue. Are your 2 cards in hand commands? So that's pretty impressive. Or did you just not realize Oath was an enchantment? That's gas. Miss! One time. Miss! Oh, that is awesome. Bang. Suck it, nerd. Yeah, I think they just forgot about the oath. Now I play a Nuzza. Won an FNM draft and 4-0'd the pre-release? I don't know. I don't know if you'll have me on your team. I have one person I'm playing with, and then we're looking for a third. Hey yo. The slow roll. Oh, Koyuki. I was supposed to team with Kenji at the last one, and he big timed me. And then we cast, and he didn't. What am I discarding this thing? Like, I probably want to hold Petition and Offering and Chandra? And a land? So that that narrows the range. No. If Oath of Chandra had Flash, pretty sure it'd be too good. Oh man, they always keep in that card, but they're not supposed to, and it makes me mad when I board because based on my opponent boarding correctly, and then they don't. But then since they didn't, since I did, it makes it okay. Yeah, that frustrates me. Go ahead and draw. Wow, Dispel's a sick one. Dispel's a sickie. So this play's gonna seem weird. Told you it was gonna seem weird. Yeah, I wish Call the Gatewatch was a real thing. It'd be kind of sweet. But also like the answer or the format where that's good, like Planeswalkers are probably oppressive, right? They Coco here, I just get to dispel it. They play a spell queller. I let them have a spell queller. What? Why play a spell queller there? And then your land? Opponent. Opponent, please. Pygmalion Jones. What's up, what's up, what's up? Oh, the no attacks. Even bolder. Build it. Beautiful. Whose phrase is that? Whose motto is that? Whose phrase is that? Oh, it's Squarespace. Yeah, I've been listening to a bunch of podcasts. Squarespace sponsors a bunch of podcasts. Excuse me? So I need to peel a red to win now? That's sick. Wow. So that just happened. So I guess I should have discarded last turn when they had 2 cards in hand. Lesson learned, I suppose. I'm supposing. Huh. Oath of Jace can find a red source. And then can it find a Black Lotus? The command to kill Oath was just to throw me off the scent. Well, it worked. Now I have to think if I want to sideboard differently for that card. I think not. I think I just have to hold a red source. Slightly modified list. Slightly modified. Alright, this hand's pretty bad, but I think I have to keep. Draw a couple lands, we're looking good. I even searched for a red source the turn before, but then I played it. It's a good draw. Playing any events, large events soon. GP Louisville is my next big event. Oh, I have to clash this, don't I? Hope I draw land so I don't have to anticipate for one. Game! Yeah, I sent Pact over early a lot. I didn't think there was any reason to, because I wanted to avoid getting, whatchamacallit, Elder Deep Fiend. I didn't think that was a possible thing that could happen. Okay. Pretty good draw, but we need another land. That works out pretty well for us. Now let's just draw land, shall we? Shucks. Do I have to jam now? Oh. I think I have to jam now. That's not an obnoxious question at all. I would probably not recommend this deck. It's super fun and whatever, but it's probably just worse than playing Bant or... Well, at least we kind of got a 2-for-1 out of it. I was hoping that they either didn't have the command or didn't have the 2-drop and or 4th land. 5th land. I would just play Bant or like Owen's deck. Getting Lumbering Falls? Sure am. Pact. Ooh. All right. Mana burn for 3. Jund Delirium decks? I think they're worse than Owen's deck. Yeah, the Jund does not get me excited. Well, we didn't get dispelled back. Now we just go discard 2. Wait. We go to 4 or 3 up to 8 or 7. Yeah, that's okay. Bang! Summer Dismissal Spell Queller. Doing it. Hold. Uh-oh. Not getting attacked by Lumbering Falls is scary. There's a red source to hold. Oh, they drew Coco. Oh no, be gentle. Jeez, this game. Yeah, I probably should have done it now. No. The last mode is draw 2. I couldn't have. Getting commanded. No, draw 2 is too good. Silumgar. Okay. Jesus. Back-to-back Cocos. That's it. Oh, I'm not dead. Need to peel like exactly Languish. Oh, I am dead. This has a counter on it. I thought it was 7. Oh, so close. Damn you, bank. Oh, and we hit the Languish. Sick. Damn you, bank company. With your being insane. Yeah, Lumbering Falls is lethal. I missed the counter on the recruiter. I'm gonna get a Gatorade. Be right back. My muscles are sore.